Okay. We're in business. I have no idea. Okay. Definitely a whole new setup, that's for sure. This is not like having my studio back at my place. Being on the road and having an iPhone and a laptop and an iPad is a lot different from having anything else I'm used to having. But that's okay. We're here. We're back. We are definitely, you know, I'll make sure this is all public, right? Okay, hold on 1 second. Just working out some of the. Oh yeah. Okay, it's good. It's good. Okay, it's good. We're good. We're good. Yeah. So this is interesting because I used to do this show in 2020, right when everything went on lockdown, and it was great because I had so many people come and join this live, and we built a community, which was super fun. So every Monday we were all together and just chatting about different things, and also working on intuitive messages from Beach Balance Life, which is a lifestyle conscious communication, and just really embracing all that entails, right? 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Oh, hey, Bill. How's it going? I literally am like just getting this all set up. um, okay, good. I see you in the chat now. Wonderful. How are you? How are you? Okay, so we're back Monday nights. Super stoked. It's going to be called, we went from spiritual happy hour to just add water and stir. So basically what we're going to do every Monday night is we're going to have topics where you don't know what you're going to get. It could be a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of comedy, a little bit about spirituality, a little bit about meditation or plant medicine or working out or Spartan races. It could be anything. There's going to be some really great collabs going on here. Actually, on Sunday, I'm going to be doing a collaboration with a really, really great 3-hour forecast for 2024. The link is in my bio in my Stan store. And it's with some really great astrologers, a medicine woman, and I was asked to speak at the event. And so we're going to be doing that. It's a virtual event. So I'll be tuning in from the islands where I am right now, which is fun, especially with the internet not being compliant and consistent, but that's okay. So, but yeah, so we'll definitely check out that event. And then I'm also going to be having some guest speakers come on. And in addition, I'm going to let people apply and just send out a little Google form if they want to be on the show. So I know some people in the chat right now would probably be really good contenders to be a guest on the live. Hey, Cassandra, what is going on? Oh my gosh, it's like the band is back together, right? Wonderful. I'm so happy to see you. How is everyone doing up north, by the way, and all that, 0-degree weather? It's about 80 degrees here. Well, not right now, but it's also windy, so, whatever. But yeah, and so happy to see you guys here. And what I wanted to just kind of touch base tonight is just bring the show back together and really just talk about the last time everybody saw me on YouTube. I was living in the dead of winter in Chicago, and I did what I said I was going to do. I packed all my stuff up, put it in storage, and I'm out here traveling. So right now I am in the islands, and it's a lot of fun. I've been all over the world, and I continue to do that. But while I'm out here, I'm noticing that I'm missing that connected piece of the community. And especially when I was in Chicago, I was in the comedy community, doing a lot of open mics, hosting my own show, my own weekly show, everything like that. And I'm like, I really just want to get back to feeling that sense of community, because when you're out here, it's a lot of fun, but it also can feel pretty lonely at some point. So, anyway, yeah, if there would love to see who else is in the chat. Please say hello. I'm just gonna grab a sip of water, of course, peppermint water, like tradition. Um, let's see. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get some background music in here, jazz it up a little bit. But yeah, what I wanted to talk about is how powerful we are in creating our own realities, right? I felt like I was in this hamster wheel every year, rinse and repeat in Chicago. Yeah, it was really great sailing in the summertime, and then winter came, it was like a lead balloon. And I noticed that I thought that I didn't have control of my situation. And once I started realizing and seeing other people start to break out on their own and do things that made themselves grow in other ways, I realized I can do that too. And so after a long contemplation, and obviously like a couple of years of planning, I made the move, and now I'm out here. And it's crazy because I'm literally living what I imagined I was going to be living. And the cool thing is I just want to touch base that perfectionism does not exist. So if someone were to say, oh, that seems like the perfect thing to do, well, let me just break it down that perfectionism doesn't exist at all. This is not what I thought it was going to look like. I did not realize that I was going to be living out of a suitcase, which is fine. It's great. It really makes you realize what you actually really need and the things you don't need. And also, when I think about the stuff that I had in my place in Chicago, I think about how some of that stuff actually owned me rather than me owning it. So just getting rid of all of that to make space for something new. And so yeah, it's pretty exciting. And so what we'll do with just add water and stir is definitely going to include all of the weekly intuitive messages from the ocean, if you will. And then also I will be offering mini readings as well. So there's a link in my bio if you want a mini reading live, and they're 25. Other than that, I do have like traditional longer readings available as well in the link in my bio. So that being said, I guess I'll just jump right into it since we've got a few people in the chat. Nikki, what's going on? Oh, I love it. I'm so happy to see you. Yeah, I also just posted a video as well about dating red flags and green flags. And so I'm going to be starting to create a lot more content like that for inspiration, open communication, how to communicate better with yourself, recognize things in other people and communicate better with them. And so yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And everyone who is in this chat, I definitely want to make sure that you are a guest on the show at some point, because I feel like everyone has something to say when it comes to living a lifestyle of conscious communication. So I'm going to go in and do a collective reading, and then we'll go into all the signs. And so I actually already pulled cards for the collective reading, and it's interesting because the reunion card popped out, which is funny because I haven't been doing this show for about 3 years, and now I just decided to come back, and I was itching to come back, and now I'm so happy to be here. And it's all about choices, right? It's funny because like it was the Six of Cups came out, and then also the Two of Wands, which is all about looking out into the universe and saying, okay, this is what I want. The world's my oyster. What do I want to manifest? And just starting to plant the seeds. Like the Ace of Wands is all about lighting the match. This is like going the next step. And it's awesome because then it's all about the Three of Cups, which is celebration and letting your hair down, having fun with friends. So that's perfect for this live. I am going to be doing a lot of readings through my Beach Balance Life decks that I created because I feel that by using my own intuition with these decks is also a little bit more in tune with my intuition and my translation to give you the messages you need. So the card that popped out of the Ocean Goddess deck is Gale Force Winds. So this is also telling me that there is definitely a lot of change coming, right? And so if you haven't felt it already, we are literally getting to enter into the age of Aquarius on Saturday. So for the first time in 16 years, Pluto, the planet of transformation and destruction, is going from Capricorn into Aquarius, which this really affects um, Aries, it affects Libra, Capricorn, and Cancers. Because for the last 16 years, those signs have been really just like getting hit with all of the transformation. And so I'm really excited since I have a ton of Aries in my chart. I cannot wait to take a breath and just chill for a minute or for the next 16 years. Hey, Brian, what's going on? Love that you're here. I was just saying that definitely I want to make sure that everybody in the chat at some point gets on the show. And I know we talked about this the other day, but I'm looking forward to having you at some point. So with the gale force winds, it's always about like knowing how to navigate through the winds, right? And like at the bottom of the deck is duck dive. So when you start to see these big waves of emotion come, or anything that is challenging through this transition going into the age of Aquarius, really just think about, okay, do I want to take that wave? Do I want to go up over it, or do I want to duck dive underneath it and be safe, and not get pounded by the waves? So it's all about learning to navigate the big waves with all these winds and these changes coming through, and how you are going to get through it without getting pounded, because it's not going to be fun. Yeah, so that being said, and then I'll pull a card from the Pure Ocean Heart deck, this is the whole idea of doing these intuitive messages, is Pure Ocean Heart messages from the ocean, because I am a surfer, a scuba diver, and a sailor at heart, and I love the metaphors. This is funny. It says, be like a dolphin and use your sonar to navigate the situation. So it's exactly what I was just saying, is navigating the situation, using your discernment on duck diving under the waves rather than going up over it, and it's the waves starting to feather, and you're like, oh, is it going to crash on me? I should probably go under the wave rather than trying to go up, and then you flip back. So that's really interesting how all the cards kind of fit together. The messages are there. And then we have the True Romance deck, which I love. And so there's a lot of attraction going on right now. This card that's popping out is I'm so attracted to you. So there's a lot of attraction going on. A lot of people out there looking for their true romance, including me. And so I just want to pause through this collective reading. Let's all just take a deep breath and send out really good vibes to our partners or the people that we're looking to be with, our divine counterpart, and send them love and light, so that they can rise and be at the same level and attract you as much as you're attracting them. So because we mirror what we put out into the universe. So love and light to that. And then we have the Island Spice deck, so we got to heat it up a little bit always. And it says storm clouds are in the distance. So what I was saying with the gale force winds and duck diving the waves and using your intuition to navigate through all these changes that are happening astrologically, it's going to be really important, because there's going to be a lot of changes. But the good thing is with 2024 is with all of these planetary aspects going, it's not going to be like one day you're going to feel different with Pluto going in Aquarius. It's like a 16-year transit. And so at that point, you're going to feel it, but it's going to be a slow burn. And but it's really positive, because coming into this, like Capricorn is like the mountain goat that's climbing up to the side of the mountain, and it is like concrete. When a planet's in Capricorn, it's concrete, it's strict, it's ruled by Saturn and like demonic, like heavy energy. You know what I mean? So coming into Aquarius, it's going to be more artistic, more fun, more about the community, more about people breaking out of the tradition, because Capricorn's very traditional. So you're going to see a lot of new projects popping up, a lot of new ideas coming. It's funny, because I wanted to get back on YouTube last December, and I literally could not find a place to land to have my show and be consistent. And it's so funny, because the first day I could get to it was when I got here in the islands. Is now that it's literally the week that Pluto is going in Aquarius. Like this is like a once in a lifetime transit that we're going to see. So it's pretty cool that it's like how funny that the timing is in sync with exactly what's going on with me personally, but also with the collective. So that being said, I'm going to, I'm just going to check in. I don't have my studio equipment, and so I'm not using my laptop, so I'm using my iPad and my cell phone on cellular service because internet, it's like, it doesn't really work down here at all. So if I'm missing anything, let me know, but I do see the chat. That's all I can see right now. So first we're going to start with Aries. So Brian, I don't know what you are, but I mean, I know everyone else's sign here in the chat, but we'll start with Aries. So, okay, what does Aries need to know for the ocean messages for this week? All right, the first thing is Tasty Breeze. I love this card because a Tasty Breeze is like the perfect sailing weather, the perfect day on the water. Everything that you want in a perfect day on the water is like the weather is perfect, the wind, it's like everything. It's a tasty breeze. So this is awesome. So this is good. Aries, this is good. I'm a little biased. Okay, all right, awesome. So that's awesome. So like the overall arching theme for Aries is a nice tasty breeze, favorable winds, ideal conditions that are really just kind of in our favor. So from the pure ocean heart, we'll see what the next message is. And it says, an underwater cave is hiding something, so it's time to explore it. So if there's something in your life, Aries, that's going on right now that you can't quite get to the bottom of the situation, or your communication's unclear, it's really good to ask the right questions. And don't be scared to put yourself out there and ask, hey, what's going on? Or I need some clarification or anything like that. Because otherwise you're going to sit here in this mundane, kind of like buoyant space and not really know what's going on. So whether this is in your career or your personal life or your love life, it's really good to know that things are on the outside looking good, but just know that there's more information that needs to be had. So get down to it, okay? So for the True Romance deck for Aries, Aries love this week. Let's see. So we have, you are the one. So Aries, there could be somebody in your space, whether you know it or not, that is thinking that you are what they are ideally looking for, or this is what you're thinking about somebody else, which is really good. That means it's good because, like, when you have too many options, you're not going to make a decision if you're single, right? And if you are in a relationship, Aries, this is great because you already know what is going on, that you are with the one. So to back that up, it's funny because two cards popped out. I have rest in the serenity of a hammock. Yeah, okay. That's also something fun and romantic to do. And it says I love this card, only bring the essentials, leave the past in the past. So if there's something in your love life, Aries, that is, maybe triggering you from an old relationship or something that you're not, dealing with, it's time to let it go because it's going to hold you back 100%. You've got to let it go. You can't bring past baggage, and you can't literally go in the past either. You can't go back. So you want to be discerning about that this week, Aries. And that's for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Or if you have a lot of Aries in your chart, it's always good. I always tend to look at my rising sign because that's what's aligned in my astrological houses. So make sure, if you don't know your rising sign, find it out and look at those readings as well. So let's see. Okay, so now we'll go on to Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. What's going on? The card that popped out is the dry bag. So it's time to protect your energy. If you are out in the water in a canoe kayaking, you want to protect your cell phone, right? So consider protecting your energy with securing, just boundaries, healthy boundaries with people this week. And see if it doesn't give you value, don't bring it with you. Don't protect it. So the whole idea that I made this card was, is to observe, don't absorb the situation. So, so Taurus, that's what you need to focus on this week. So to back that up, let's see. Okay, so it says you're exactly in the space where you need to be right now. And I love this deck because it's a dolphin. Actually, my friend that is an underwater photographer took this picture off of Tiger Beach on Grand Bahama. So really cool picture. But it's about being in the space where you need to be. So it's like, good, just protect your energy. It's okay. You're getting the space to protect your energy. And if you need to slow down and reassess, you're getting that space without having to worry about missing out on something this week, Taurus. Okay, so for Taurus, your love life, whether you're single or in a relationship, I see a future with you. So Taurus, is there anyone in the chat that's a Taurus or Taurus rising that is working on a relationship with somebody, or if they're with somebody, they're starting to become clear, oh, this is somebody that I could be with for a while and somebody that I want to build a relationship with, and not just, go out and have fun and date, but actually like build a life together. And the card that popped out from the Island Spice deck is I can't wait to be alone with you. So, hey, Taurus, getting it on this week. I love it. I love that for you. Gosh, I'm thirsty. If you're watching, please pop in the chat and say hello. We are building a community here, and we're back. And just really making sure that everyone feels welcome. And so, okay. All right, Gemini. All right, Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or if you just have a lot of Taurus or a Gemini in your chart. Dolphin energy. I love this card. This is such a great card. I love Dolphin energy because it's playful, it's protective, it is genuine, and it's basically saying that the universe has your back behind the scenes. So there's nothing to be worried about, and it's okay to show to show love and compassion, because dolphins are like, I love dolphins, honestly. They're just like the most beautiful animal. And they use sonar, and they're tapped in, they're tuned in, and their intuition is on point. And so use that energy in what you are working on this week, whether that's, business projects or relationships or love. Just know that is like, that's magical energy. So good on you, Gemini. All right. So also it's saying that diligent follow through is needed in any of the projects that you're doing. So use this beautiful energy of the universe and this whole dolphin feel to move things forward, and like, dot your I's, cross your T's, be very diligent, get a plan together. Don't just go out there in a la la land swimming around, have a plan of like where you're going, where your destination is, and put a plan together to get there. So Gemini, your love for true romance this week is your love runs deep. So either someone you're involved with or somebody that you're going to be involved with or meet, there's some sort of soul connection going on, which is really great and magical, because we can meet people all the time, but when you meet somebody that you're like, whoa, I'm really jiving with, like, I can feel that, right? That's really magical. And if you're in a relationship, then you're realizing that things are just going deeper and deeper than what you have maybe anticipated. And that's the whole point of like being in a relationship, is to grow. And also, a side note, and this could be for everybody, is when you're in a relationship, it's going to force you to look at yourself, right? And it's going to bring up things that you need to heal within yourself. It's so funny. It's really funny to me that people say they want to be in a relationship, but they're actually looking for companionship. They don't understand that to be in a real relationship, it takes work, because you're going to see the things you need to heal, and you're going to be like, oh, this doesn't feel good. But if you're with somebody that's awesome and also is willing to grow, and you have that support and that safety, that's the perfect scenario. Okay. All right. I don't know what that means. Okay, so Island Spice, the crisp break of dawn is near. So if you've been feeling a little bit, Gemini, that you're in this space of like things aren't happening for you, whether it's a passion project or in a relationship or meeting somebody, like you felt it's been dark for a while and you're just waiting for the night to be over. Dawn, twilight is on its way. It's on its way. And then you can be in dawn patrol, get your surfboard out, go out to the waves, do whatever it takes. But just know that if you've been feeling stagnant, things are going to start picking up for you this week, which is appropriate with all of the energies that are happening this weekend. So I love that for you, Gemini. I hope that resonates. You're ready for the dawn? Oh, I know you are. I know you are. Sending love and light to you, Brian, for serious. Yeah. I will tell you, there's something different to not be in the winter right now. It's like, I can't believe how much happier my soul is by being out in the sunshine and being in warmth. Even though it's still chilly down here, I was still wearing a hoodie yesterday. I really wish I would have had my beanie hat, but I didn't. But that's okay, because that's in my winter box. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Oh, thank you, Brian. All right, so Cancers, two ships passing in the night. So whatever you're feeling is things are just keep missing this week. So that's okay. Sometimes it takes time for projects or relationships to get on track and like meet up. So if you've been feeling, that it's just not the same, the right time, you're on the same page, there's a missed opportunity, that's not necessarily true, my little crabby Cancers, because it's all about timing. And so, as you know, we can't control timing. Time doesn't actually really even exist. So it's like you have to be in the moment now. So maybe that's something that would be a good message for you, Cancers, is to be in the work on being in the moment right now, rather than focusing on oh, did I miss that, or am I going to miss this opportunity because I'm too fast or I'm not fast enough. So think about that. So let's see. To back that up, it says you are the only one that can hear your heart's song. So this is so true. It's, maybe you're putting pressure on yourself this week, and you shouldn't be putting pressure on the fact that something isn't going the way you want it to go, and just be easy on yourself, and it's okay to relax. Besides, Cancers like to spend a lot of time at home anyway, so why don't you just relax? For romance, for the Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, I'm in love with you. Okay, so I can sense that if you are in a relationship, things are going great. If you're not, you're probably thinking, okay, I really want to find that person where I can be open, honest, and maybe you felt like you've missed that opportunity this week. You haven't. So just relax. Know that what is meant for you will not pass you by, but you also have to co-create with the universe. You can't just sit back and at home in your little protective shell and not do anything. Yep, and the card that popped out is Afternoon Delight. So if you don't know what that means, go Google it. Even though this is 18 up, I'm still careful on YouTube. But get some spice in your life there, little Cancers. Seriously. Open up a little bit. So those are your messages this week. All right. Do we have any Leos in the house? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, so Leos, let's see what's going on. Yeah, I kind of jumped into the readings this week pretty quickly because I just wanted to get the vibe check and see what was going on with everybody in the chat. But I do have some really good things in store for the show. So this is weird because the two cards that popped out for Leo Rising are two cards that have already been a part of the readings, which is Dry Bag, protecting your energy, and Ships Passing in the Night. So funny enough, I guess this is a pretty strong message that Leos need to focus in on not feeling like they've missed an opportunity, whether they didn't say something or whether they should have said something and they didn't, or they said something and they're like, oh, put my foot in my mouth. That's okay. It wasn't the right time. No matter, you can never say the wrong thing if it's the right person anyway, or if it's the right project or the right opportunity for you. You can never really say the wrong thing unless you're doing something weird and crazy. But just in general, so it's all about protecting your energy this week, Leos. Only just observe, don't absorb what is going on in around you, and just don't be so hard on yourselves. Don't be hard on yourselves this week. All right. Okay, and to back that up, you guys, you saw me shuffle. This card is also what came out for Cancers. You're the only one that can hear your heart's song. Or was that Taurus? Or Gemini? I can't remember. But this card already came out, so that's interesting. So it's all about letting people know what's in your heart, Leos, this week. So don't be prideful and hold back because you think that it's not going to work out in your favor. So for romance for my Leos this week, this is so weird, you guys. This card, I see a future with you. There are so many similar cards. That's what I love about doing readings for all of the collective and all the astrological signs, because they are all in sync with one another. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so, okay, so this is good. We got a different message from the Island Spice deck. It's enjoy the simple delight of things. So it's all about not thinking about strategy or thinking too far ahead, Leos, this week. Think about what makes you good and feel good in the moment. Like right now, I'm drinking peppermint water. This makes me feel great and alive. I feel super jazzed and I'm in the moment, right? So little things like that. It doesn't need to be big, but that would be my advice to you this week, Leos. All right. Okay. Do we have any, there we go, put some music on. Do we have any Virgos in the house tonight? Would love to see that. Okay. All right, so for Virgos, let's see what's going on for you this week. All right. Woo! Okay, so I got two cards that popped out. I got safety stop. So when you're scuba diving, when you're coming up from a dive, you have to stop at a certain 10 to 15 feet below the surface so you can recalibrate all of the toxins out of your blood. So I feel like you are ascending pretty quickly, Virgos, but you need to take a break and just recalibrate everything that's going on in your life. Because like Dawn Patrol is all about getting up, being the first surfer out there on the wave. Early bird catches the worms, right? So this is really important because you may feel like you need to get to someplace really quickly and you're ascending too quickly. So you just need to take a pause, take a break, and take a breath. That is a really big message I'm getting for Virgos this week. So whether that's, a project that you're trying to complete ahead of time and so you can, be the grade A student or something that you're just trying to personally accomplish, don't rush it because you don't want to hurt yourself. And safety stops are very important. You will physically hurt yourself, so just be careful. Okay, so to back that up, the light will always expose the darkness, so be honest in your communications this week, Leos or Virgos. So make sure whatever you're talking about, see, if you're talking too fast, you're going to say something you'll regret. So just be honest in what you're trying to communicate, and don't try to rush things. Don't try to rush communication either, because sometimes when you do that, you're trying to control a situation, and when people try to control situations, the exact opposite thing is going to happen, and nothing good will come out of it. You cannot control a situation. Don't try. Don't try, Virgos. And I know you do, you little meticulous little Virgos. Okay, so for romance for Virgos this week is drift away. So see, you need to drift away and just chill out. This is for your love life. So maybe you're being too uptight, trying to rush things or take things to the next level too quickly. So just chill it out. Chill it out. Let's see what the Spice deck says about that. Could be complete opposite. I don't know. Uh, Card already came out for Aries. Enjoy the delight of the simple things in life. Okay, so stop overthinking it. And actually, a card came out right behind it, and it says dance all night and get your groove on. So that is a clear indication you need to let your hair down, Virgos, and stop overthinking this week. Okay, seriously. Okay, Libras, what's going on, my Libras? All right. I'm wondering if YouTube will flag this hang drum video that I'm playing in the background right now. Because I did that last time. I did a jazz video. Bill, you were online, and so was Nikki and Cassandra. And then they flagged it for copyright. They said it was fine, but I was like, it's jazz. It's not like. So I'm wondering if this is going to happen, but we'll see. Okay, so back to Libras. So I got sandy toes, so it's time for you to take off those tight shoes, your running shoes, your high heels, get your feet in the sand and just relax. Play in nature, feel that sand and how peaceful it feels with the waves coming up on your feet. Also, it's interesting because a breakthrough came out right behind it. So you may be have been working so hard this week that you're thinking, oh, things are never going to break through the surface. I'm never going to have that opportunity. I'm never going to have that final 11th hour. Everything's going to turn around and be a yes. It will happen. So just take time to breathe this week and let the situation unfold. You're literally at the 11th hour of your situation. Whether that is, you can comment below if that's, work, a project, a promotion, a job, or proposing to somebody. I don't know why I said that, but anyway. So to back that up, Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus is set your sights higher. Okay, so the sky is the limit. So this is good because this is saying that you've been working so hard, but maybe you're not reaching high enough. Maybe you've put some self-limiting beliefs on your belief system that you can't reach. So you're maybe not aiming as high as you could be. So maybe you just need to reassess that this week and think about, okay, how good can things get, rather than saying, oh, what's going to happen? Is this going to be good for me? Think about how good can it get? That should be your mantra this week, Libra. How good can it get? Okay. I actually have that in my phone that goes off at 7 in the morning. How good can it get? So for love, there's definitely a future with somebody that you're talking to or somebody that you're with. If you're in love already, then there's a deeper commitment and things that can go deeper with the love in your life. So that's really positive. And that may be one of the breakthroughs that you're thinking of this week, of waiting for it to force it to happen. You just need to relax. Remember, if you force it, it's not going to happen. But to spice that love reading up for you, fall asleep to the sound of the ocean. I love this card. Everything's aligning majestically for you, Libras. It's really going to unfold beautifully. So just keep the faith this week. Thank you, Bill. Yeah, I was wondering what that was. That was weird. Okay. So now on to my Scorpios. I know I got a Scorpio in the hizzy tonight. Okay. Okay. All right. It feels weird not being in my studio with all the lights and everything and my plants. Oh, I gave all my plants away. I miss them, but they're in good hands. Okay, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Blue hole. I love it. Scuba diving or snorkeling in blue hole is awesome. There's so many unhidden treasures that can be discovered depending on how deep you go. Still waters run deep, so there's a lot of timeless secrets in a blue hole, and there's just so much to explore. So whatever is going on in your life this week, think about where you are, because it's not just being typically in the ocean, right? This is a blue hole. This is magical. It's majestic. It's pretty much bottomless. So the opportunities and can just run so deep, and that's so magical for you. And we'll back that up. Okay, so I have two cards that popped out. I have Draw Healthy Boundaries with Grace, which is interesting because a blue hole doesn't have boundaries, right? So maybe you've been feeling like you're in this water of like, oh my gosh, I don't have any boundaries and I don't know how to draw any. Now it's time to start thinking about how do you draw boundaries? And boundaries don't push people away or push projects away. It just shows what is your standard. Um, so that's interesting. And then and pure love is the most potent love. So that's also could go with the blue hole, right? It's like, I mean, it's literally like there's so many pure things and so many treasures to be found that are pure that have been untouched in these places to go scuba diving, right, or snorkeling, or free diving, whatever your fancy is. So that's interesting. Let's see what your love life is. Scorpios, my little Scorpios. Okay. So two cards popped out. So build a sandcastle. So it's time to go have some fun, go on some fun dates, do something fun, let your hair down with your lover. And then also, you are the only one. So there's someone in your sights that is definitely like the cream is rising to the top. So maybe that's who you want to go and do something fun with, like go for a hike or do something different that is going to just bring out that childlike play that's going to really foster and nurture your inner child, both of your inner childs. That's cool. Okay, and then, ooh, and to add a little spice on top, a warm embrace is needed. Okay, so it's time to like, maybe you're, maybe if you're in a relationship, it's time to just go up to that person and just give them a warm embrace with no reason, which typically you don't need that. But if you are talking to somebody, maybe it's time this is time for that warm embrace. You've been craving it, you want it. I say go for it. I mean, because it's time to let that inner child out. That's exciting. Woo, Scorpios, bringing in the sass, the sassmaraz. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, all right. So we'll move on to Sagittarius. Right on the deck. Oh, clear skies are ahead. So Sagittarius, obviously there's been some turbulent waters, some storms that you've been weathering through, which is pretty much everybody, right at this 29th degree of Capricorn. Hola, my little crabby. Mystical musings, how are you? So the clear sky is all about, things are like the rainbow after the storm, and you'll pass the test, whatever this is, with flying colors. So don't get all caught up in your head this week, Sagittarius. Just know that that you have all the tools to get you through this storm, to weather the storm. You have all the provisions, you have everything you need, you have the clear direction, and it's going to work out for you. And then to back that up is release the need to know the outcome. Interesting, because when I look at like clear skies ahead, that is the outcome. But when you're in the middle of the storm, it's hard to see, oh, am I going to get out of this? So release the need to know the outcome and trust the universe has your back, and you will definitely be able to navigate this situation. So don't try to figure it out. Don't stay up late at night and beat your head over it. Oh, is this going to work out? Or, where am I going? How? We're not supposed to ask the universe how, which I was journaling today and I'm like, you know what? I'm asking how because I want to know how. I'm ready. I'm an Aries. Tell me how yesterday and we're good. But they didn't get it. Obviously, I didn't get my answer. But yeah, you're not supposed to ask how. You're just to just trust. Okay, so for romance for Sagittarius, let's see what's going on. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I want passion. You want some passion in your life, or someone around you wants some passion with you. That's awesome. Very cool. And let's see what a little island spice on top of that would be. get out and explore something new together. This is interesting because I kind of feel like this is very similar to the Scorpio reading, where it's like get out and do something fun together, like go build a sandcastle, do something fun, try something new, explore. Maybe go snorkeling in a blue hole, or go hiking in the forest, or go build a snow fort if you're in the northern United States. Because apparently that's a thing right now, is snow all over the United States. So that being said, I have faith in you, Sagittarius. All right, so we'll move on to Capricorn. I know we got a Cappy in the house. Ooh, cool. 2 cards popped out. You guys, you saw me shuffle. A breakthrough is coming through, and Sandy Toes. This is literally the same as, I think, maybe it was Virgo. I don't know. Same 2 cards. They literally popped out together. And I thought I put them in the deck separately. So what I'm getting for you, Capricorn, is obviously a breakthrough is coming because Pluto's moving out of your sign on Saturday at the 29th degree of everything's like super intense right now. That's why it's time for you to get your toes in the sand, have some fun, let your hair down, feel the gentle waves. And if you can't do that, you're in the winter, go out into the snow and just play and have some fun. Do a snow angel, whatever it takes to just like not focus on the last intensity of this degree of Capricorn. Because the cool thing is once you come up for air for this situation, it's going to really make you rethink from a different angle. And that's what you need, because right now you're fixated on trying to break things through, right? That's right. Cappy Moon, 29 degrees. Oh man, mystical musings. I just, my heart goes out to you. I'm loving the Capricorn energy right now. It's like jiving for me, and that is very unlike me to say. Maybe it's I've learned to embrace it. That's what it is. Okay. Ooh. So a card that flew out. This is perfect for you, Celeste. Is the moon rules the tides and the moon cycles. Of course, you're a little Cancer sun, so you've got this. But for the Capricorns, this is also emphasizing. Remember, everything's ebb and flow, right? And the moon pulls the tides back, and it also lets them flow with ease. So the ebb and flow, and understanding that not everything can be like full force all the time. And I know that Capricorns really work very hard and diligently, but at the same time, you need to be easy and gentle on yourself. And I know it's in your nature to work very, very hard, but it's, you need to just, the card that just literally slid off the top of the deck says spend time alone and recalibrate your compass. So there you go, you Capricorns. All right. So for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Capricorns for your love. Ooh, so you're feeling isolated, or someone around you is feeling isolated. They're out on an island by themselves. It's not me, even though I am on an island. But maybe you're feeling isolated this week because there is all this change going on. So just know that it's really easy to reach out. I'm going to pull another true romance card for you because I just feel like there needs to be a little bit more information on that before we put the spice on top, of course. Let's see. So yeah, it's interesting. So there's something around you that's making your heart beating fast, but at the same time, you feel like you're isolated, or the other person feels isolated. So these are 2 separate. If you're one and the other person's the other one, you need to have a conversation and work it out, because you want to make sure that you're communicating your needs with this person. I mean, if you think about it, when you're scuba diving, you cannot like be underwater and be like, I don't know if I'm cold or not, or I don't know if I should tell the other person I have enough air. You're going to tell them, you're going to be direct. So you need to be a little direct this week. All right, Capricorns. All right. I'm so happy to see everybody back, and I'm happy to see Brian, a new face in the chat. I love it. And then for the spice, Capricorn is, I can't wait to be alone with you. So yes, you need to clear up some communication in your love life this week, whether it's with somebody you're with, or somebody they're talking to, or somebody that you're interested in. You need to be straightforward and communicative. Otherwise, you're going to feel isolated. And no one likes that. Nobody like that. Okay, so all right, so now we'll move on to Aquarius. Do we have any Aquarius risings or Venus? Obviously, I know we don't have any or suns in the chat, but let me know. Okay, interesting. So the match racing card came out. So Aquarius, so in sailing, when you're match racing, you have the same identical boat. The only thing that's different is the skills and techniques of your team, right? So you could feel like there's some competition around you this week that is making you feel like you really have to hone in on those skills and your intellect to move things forward so you can win the race, right? And if not, then this could mean that this is something internal that you are internally battling with yourself. So it's not external in a career or love, it's internal. So you need to let that go and tune into your intuition to lead you forward with this, because it's going to come down to your sacral chakra and your and really just tuning in on your intuition and trusting it. Okay, so the card that popped out was that you are moving into calmer waters. So that's perfect. So you've been feeling in competition, but just know that whatever is meant for you is going to be there. As long as you're taking action, as long as you're moving things forward, you will get what you're supposed to have. For instance, I, like coming back on YouTube, I wasn't expecting 100 people to come to my live, but I'm just like super stoked that people are here. And I know that people will also come back and watch the messages throughout the week. So I'm just doing it rather than for like a count of number and views. I'm doing it to build a community, and I'm doing it because it makes me feel good. So I feel like that's a huge message for you, Aquarius, because knowing that you don't have to be in competition. You don't have to sit there and be this whole social media thing. Brian, you and I just had a conversation about that, and like you've been posting a lot about that. You don't have to. It doesn't matter when you start. It's just the fact that you're starting and co-creating. That's it. That's all that matters, because the rest will be taken care of. Now, remind me of this when my Pisces moon starts coming in, because we have Pisces moon tomorrow, by the way. So, Celeste. Exactly, never too late. Okay, so for love life for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, let's see. Okay, so two cards that popped out. So there's a trigger going on, which we talked about having relationships, and they're not just companionships, but a real relationship. It's going to trigger things in you, which is good because then you can heal those things if you have emotional intelligence to recognize it. And then also the card, I want you in my life. So this is the perfect saying that if you're in a relationship, Aquarius, there's some things that are coming up that the relationship's getting deeper because you're learning more about each other, because you have to learn how to get through situations. And if this is somebody new, it could be just like the early stages or something, but it's really just making you feel like, I really want to meet this person, but I'm really kind of like freaking out because maybe it's too good to be true, or maybe they don't like me, or something like that, but that's not the truth. Coming down to getting the heart of the situation, what makes you feel good internally and what's going to move you forward is what you need to focus on. Remember, we don't chase here, we attract. The more you chase it, the more you chase it. You're never going to catch it. All right, Aquarius, let's see what the spice is on that. Yep, the spices, I can't wait to be alone with you. So there's definitely a lot of passion going on here. It's triggering a lot of fun thoughts of passion, and being alone with this person, or exploring things on a deeper level. So that's awesome. So don't get freaked out this week, Aquarius. Keep moving things forward. You got this. I believe in you. All right. And last but not least, Pisces. Woohoo! Do we have any Pisces in the house tonight? I'm a Pisces moon, at the 29th degree, which that's so funny. Celeste, you're Capricorn 29 degree. Should be interesting this week. Okay, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. 2 cards popped out. Again, the match racing card popped out. So internal conflict, internal competition, competing, trying to like move things forward in a project or on social media or in a relationship. And then the dock card popped out. It's time to go back to the dock, go back to the safety harbor, and chill it out. Stop trying to keep sailing in these waters that are tumultuous. I can't even say it. Whatever. Take a pause, use discernment, and it's time to just like take a break, right? It's all about taking a break. And know that if you're meant to have a race, or if you're meant to have a project or a relationship, you have to co-create, ask for what you want, but at the same time, don't stress about trying to like find the biggest, best, faster, whatever, right? So that's the message this week. It's, chill it out. Because you've been out there on the water a long time. It's time to go back to the dock and recalibrate, restock the provisions, if you will. Oh, thank you, Mystical Musings. I know, these are the Beach Balance Life cards I made 4 years ago. All right, and then to back it up, for the Pure Ocean Heart, love the Pure Ocean Heart. Those are the messages this week. Is Pisces are moving on to calmer waters, so that's perfect. It's exactly what Pisces like. Calm, chill waters out there in La La Land, swimming around dreamland. I know. I've got Pisces in my chart, so that's good. So go back to the dock and like chill it out. Let's see what the romance is for Pisces this week. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay. You're feeling isolated out on an island, and a card that's popping out right behind it. My heart beats fast. You guys, this just came out. Was that for Sagittarius? So here's the message for my Pisces this week. If there is somebody in your stratosphere that you want to get to know, or that you want to have a deeper commitment with, you need to stop being out here on this island, being isolated. You need to communicate what you want and stop playing games like the match racing. It's a game, right? Literally, don't match race with this person that you have romantic feelings for, because pride is not, it's going to destroy it. So whether this is both you or both the other person or one of each, you need to have communication here. That's my advice. You better do it. All right, so let's see what this Spice says about that. Okay, so spend time together and reconnect. Ooh, that's kind of interesting, because it just says connect on a deeper level. So maybe this is somebody that you need to have a reunion with, or you need to reconnect with, because maybe you've been feeling or thinking about them, and you maybe are in contact, or you feel like maybe it just wasn't the right time. Maybe it's time to reach back out and say, hey, let's make this happen. Let's have a meeting. Not like a Zoom meeting, hello, but like, hey, let's get together and get to know each other. So that's what I have for my Pisces this week. Ooh. Oh, Cassandra. How is everyone doing in the chat? Let me know. Let's see what's going on. How is everyone doing this week? Want to get a vibe check? Ooh. It's kind of strange being online when I used to do like host comedy night, because I'm just like basically I don't have any crowd. I need some crowd work, you guys. Give me some comments to work with. I'm kidding, but it'd be nice. No, but that's fine. Pretty funny though. But yeah, let's see. And then, okay, so yeah, the event that I'm doing, holding pattern. What do you mean by that? Oh, you feel like you're an open, holding pattern, but things are, yeah, they'll open up for you. I mean, honestly, I know a lot of people, including myself, have felt like in certain areas, things are just kind of in a holding pattern, and some things are really moving forward and some things are being held back. With this energy this week, it's really going to open things up. You'll start to feel a little bit more relief. Again, with Pluto, it's not going to be instantaneous, but it'll definitely feel, it won't feel as concrete. Oh God. Yeah, I looked at the weather earlier and it was 1 degree in Chicago. I remember that last year during December, during that polar vortex when my heat went out. Ugh. I was chained to my place because I couldn't leave the thermostat on running. Yeah, Brian, it will definitely move on. It'll move forward. You'll feel it. It'll be good because, you'll be able to tell, like, the energy is just nice. I'm really looking forward to it. And mystical musings could chime in on this, but like with this last degree of Capricorn and the 29th degree, it's literally like the last nth of the degree. And so it could still feel intense this week and still feel stuck. But do you know where Capricorn is in your chart, Brian? Because that will tell you where it's affecting it, and then where Aquarius is where it's going to go into Aquarius, and that's where you're going to see the next transformation. But it won't be as harsh, I hope. But yeah. Yeah, if you want to pull your chart, you can go to Cafe Astrology and just Google, and it will say, like free natal charts, and then you can put in your time. Your time of birth is really important, so you know your rising sign, and that's what you should be looking at. I look at that before I look at Aries. I always look at Leo because that's in line. But what house is it? Because you still have it. You just may not have any planets, which is good for you. Because that means you probably don't have a lot of harsher aspects for lessons in that house. That's right. Thank you. Yes, Celeste, that's right. The Sun and Pluto will conjunct too, which is going to bring so much good energy. I mean, it's going to illuminate a lot of things. It's going to totally just change the energy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So Saturday is the day. And then, yeah, like I said, I'm doing a really cool event on Sunday. And that's going to be, I don't know, it's a 3-hour event, so I don't know what time it is because I'm in Eastern Standard Time right now. But it's with embodied soul therapy, and Alicia is awesome. She's a medicine woman. She does combo. She does a lot of cool, she really works with the energies, and she has, I think, 3 other speakers, and then including myself, so 4 other speakers. So there's going to be 4 of us all doing something different and doing predictions and intuitive readings and anything that's going to help elevate the energies for 2024. So it's going to be super awesome. And I'm not trying to sell it, but if you do want to go, I have a discount code. I just haven't accessed it yet, so I don't know if it's working, and I want to make sure it works. So if you want to go, let me know. And I can work that out for you. And then I also, in my Stan Store link, which is like how I'm running all of my everything right now because it's a lot, I do have the opportunity for people to go ahead and fill out if they want to be a part of the live show or do a separate live stream on a specific topic. Like maybe we do where we don't do like the typical Monday night show. We actually do a specialty. And I know, Brian, you and I are going to do that. Celeste, for sure. Bill, I would love to have you on here. We could talk about Spartan races and all that with that competition and that, what was that you had in your story today, the secondary fun, or what was that? I totally resonated with that. It's basically when you're having fun, but it's like you think it's going to be fun until you get in the thick of it and you're like, oh man, what did I get myself into? That's how I feel like my life is. That's definitely feel that way sometimes. But yeah, so that'll be great. The show will be different every week, and I'll have new topics as we get into it. This is just kind of like getting back into the thick of it, and I'm so happy that you guys joined and participated. I really appreciate that. And then also, it's funny, I had a card sitting over here for the collective reading, and it was the True Romance card popped out, which is this is before we started, and it wasn't even in the cards for me to pull, which is so interesting because I really feel like we all deserve and want these true higher partnerships with positivity and longevity and open and honest communication. So this is our gentle reminder to know that this does exist. And if you're in a relationship, this is definitely awesome because that means that, yes, you can have this even if it's not exactly where you want it to be. It's a growth process, right? So I think that's really cool. Other than that, that's all I got. Been talking for an hour, but thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I don't even know if anyone signed up for a reading. I can't see. I'm not on my laptop, so I don't know. I don't have access. So if you did, I'll send you one privately. If you didn't, no worries. I will put the timestamps in the description box later tonight, so you can come back and look into these messages for each astrological sign throughout the week. And then yeah, check out that dating tip video I had. I have another one that I'm going to be doing and posting as well. And so yeah, that's my intent, is just to show up. That's what I'm doing this year. So I hope that just by showing you what I'm doing also inspires you to show up and follow your dreams and manifest the life that you want too. So I hope everybody has an awesome night, and thank you for joining. And I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Love and light to you all. And yes, it's great to be back. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're back, my moderator. All right, have a good night, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, take care. Bye. Bye. If I can figure out how to turn it off. Oh God, it's like almost Mercury's in retrograde, but it's not.